Gary Glassberg, the showrunner, had in mind that experience impacting these characters long beyond the solving of this crime. And here in the middle of season 10, which is where we are now shooting anyway, I can tell you he's right about that. At the time when we shot it, no one knew that. There were many of us asking questions like, what does this mean? Who's leaving? You know, those kind of things. I don't know that any of that was intended. I think Gary's conscious of just trying to be a good storyteller and trying to change these characters accordingly and grow them accordingly, like we have over the past 10 seasons. So that this show is doing continually as well as it's doing, and in some cases doing better than it's ever done, means we're doing something right. It's kind of like taking the leaves off an artichoke. You know, it's kind of prickly a little bit, and these writers have done a good job with it. I've never been one to go up in the writing room and say, hey, you know, what are we doing or whatever. I'm very content to be surprised by reading a script and saying, okay, now how do we make this believable? But the path of this show started in character, you know, for all of us, and it had humor. And there was a case, but the case wasn't really what drove the show. And here, 10 years in, that continues, except the backstories get deeper. These writers dive hard into the backstories of Donoso and Abby and McGee and Ziva and director Vance, all in season 10. They're all pushed backstory-wise, and maybe it's time too. I mean, season 10. I don't know that we could have done that in season 2 or 3, and we didn't try really. But we also had the great benefit, I think, early on to just work the material, to just work with each other, to just really have the opportunity to get good working with each other. And so by the time we were ready to start doing storylines that dove into the characters, not only were we ready to do them, but the audience was ready to accept them.